We are going to discuss men's divorce recovery during the process of ending your marriage. This can be an incredibly stressful time in life, but there are things that you can do to help cope with it and make it easier on yourself and those around you. In this video, we will cover topics like understanding the legal process, managing your emotions during the proceedings, and taking steps towards creating a positive post-divorce future. So if you're ready to learn how to navigate through this difficult situation while still preserving your family values, stay tuned until the end. It's estimated that 42% of marriages in America will end in divorce or separation. Additionally, figures show that there were 782 divorces granted every day between 2017-2018 in England and Wales. Meanwhile, Australia saw almost 50,000 divorces granted over 2019, and finally Canada reported just under 70,000 divorces granted within 2019 as well. These statistics demonstrate clearly how common divorce proceedings have become within our modern era. However, it's important to remember that each case is unique with its own complexities. The best way forward may not always be obvious at first glance, which is why having clear guidance throughout the process can go far in helping ensure success, both emotionally and legally speaking. Things to do: take care of yourself, ensure proper nutrition and exercise habits, as well as ample restful downtime throughout the proceedings. Seek support, create a strong support network, such as friends or family members who understand what's happening and offer emotional encouragement support when needed. Seek professional advice, consult experienced lawyers, mediators who specialize in divorce proceedings so they can guide through any complex situations legally speaking. Things not to do: don't take drastic measures without consulting experts first. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by emotions like anger or sadness during times like these, but try your hardest not to act rashly without seeking professional advice first, otherwise it could lead down paths full of regret later on. Don't give up hope before exploring all options. While sometimes dissolution of marriage may seem inevitable, there are many cases where mediation or other forms of negotiation could potentially save relationships and families from being torn apart. Don't neglect children's feelings, no matter how upset either side might get. Never forget about impact on children involved, especially if custody is being decided upon. This video does not provide legal, financial, or tax advice. The information provided in this video is for informational purposes only and should not be interpreted as legal advice. If you require legal advice, please contact a qualified attorney, for example by signing up for a free course on our website Divorce Lab Pro. We will connect you with the pre-selected lawyers or other experts you may need. Join our free course to learn how to navigate the divorce process. Learn about the negative impact of divorce on you, children, and family, and how to protect your rights. Pre-selected experts are available to help men through this difficult time. Get it free now at Divorce Lab Pro. Understand that divorce is a difficult process, and it can take time to heal from the emotional pain of separation. Take care of yourself by eating healthy, exercising regularly, getting enough sleep, and engaging in activities that bring you joy. Seek professional help if needed. Talking to a therapist or counselor can be beneficial for your mental health during this challenging time. Spend quality time with family and friends who are supportive of you. They will provide comfort and understanding as you go through the process of divorce recovery for men. Avoid making any major decisions while going through the divorce process. Wait until after everything has been finalized before making any big changes in your life, such as moving or changing jobs, careers, etc. Don't blame yourself for what happened. Focus on learning from past mistakes so that you don't repeat them in future relationships if applicable. Make sure to keep communication open between both parties involved in order to ensure an amicable resolution without further conflict or animosity towards each other down the line. Respect boundaries set by either party throughout the entire duration of proceedings. Respect their wishes even if it means not seeing one another at all times during this period. Acknowledge how hard it is on children when parents separate. Try to make arrangements which minimize disruption caused by parental separation where possible. Consider seeking legal advice prior to filing for divorce. Understand all implications associated with filing papers, including financial obligations and custody rights, etc. Be aware that there may be tax implications associated with divorcing depending on individual circumstances and country laws, e.g. USA, UK, Australia, Canada, and India. Remember that although marriage dissolution is final once paperwork has been signed off, reconciliation remains an option should both parties wish to pursue this route instead. Research into different types of mediation services available, which could potentially help resolve disputes outside courtrooms, thus avoiding costly litigation fees and lengthy delays due to backlogs within judicial systems. Remain mindful about potential impact upon credit ratings following marital breakdown, especially if joint accounts have been opened previously. Stay focused on positive aspects rather than dwelling upon negative ones. Look ahead towards brighter futures rather than looking back at painful memories. Keep track of important documents related directly/indirectly linked with matrimonial matters, such as bank statements, mortgage agreements, insurance policies, wills, trusts, deeds, contracts, leases, rental agreements, investments, pensions, alimony payments, child support orders, etc. Maintain regular contact with lawyers, solicitors, barristers, mediators, arbitrators, accountants, financial advisors, counselors, therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, social workers, clergy members, mentors, coaches, teachers, tutors, nurses, doctors, paramedics, police officers, firefighters, ambulance personnel, coast guards, military personnel, veterans, civil servants, politicians, public officials, government representatives, elected representatives, trade unionists, employers, employees, colleagues, neighbors, relatives, friends, acquaintances, strangers, associates, partners, sponsors, investors, shareholders, directors, trustees, executors, administrators, guardians, conservators, trustees, debt collectors, creditors, landlords, tenants, buyers, sellers, agents, brokers, dealers, wholesalers, retailers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, importers, exporters, traders, contractors, subcontractors, subcontractees, licensees, licensor, franchisor, franchisees, lessees, lessor, assignees, assigner, bailiffs, auctioneers, surveyors, valuers, appraisers, assessors, auditors, actuaries, statisticians, economists, bankers, financiers, lenders, borrowers, guarantors, insurers, underwriters, reinsurers, adjusters, investigators, detectives, private investigators, security guards, bodyguards, bouncers, doormen, doorwomen, janitors, cleaners, housekeepers, gardeners, groundskeepers, handymen, handywomen, plumbers, electricians, builders, decorators, carpenters, joiners, roofing specialists, bricklayers, tillers, glaziers, plasterers, masons, landscapers, tree surgeons, arborists, florists, horticulturists, farmers, foresters, fishermen, hunters, trappers, poachers, gamekeepers, rangers, wardens, wildlife experts, zoologists, veterinarians, pet sitters, dog walker, cat groomer, animal trainers, breeders, shepherds, herdspeople, cowboys, cowgirls, wranglers, horse riders, jockeys, stable hands, farriers, blacksmiths, saddlers, grooms, bridle makers, harness makers, wheelwrights, charioteers, cartographers, geographers, navigators, sailors, captains, mates, engineers, mechanics, welders, fabricators, fitters, turner, lathe operators, machinists, millwrights, boiler makers, riggers, scaffold erections, crane operators, forklift drivers, lorry drivers, haulage companies, couriers, delivery persons, postmen, postwomen, mail carriers, parcel handlers, customs officers, immigration officers, border control agents, airport staff, air traffic controllers, pilots, co-pilots, flight attendants, stewards, stewardesses, cabin crew, baggage handlers, load masters, cargo masters, freight forwardings, logisticians, warehouse operatives, stock takers, inventory clerks, shop assistants, salespersons, marketers, advertisers, promoters, public relations practitioners, journalists, photographers, videographers, editors, writers, poets, lyricists, songwriters, composites, musicians, singers, rappers, DJs, MCs, producers, sound technicians, audio engineers, lighting technicians, stage hands, roadies, tour managers, event organizers, caterers, chefs, cooks, bakers, confectionery makers, butchers, fishmongering, poulterers, greengrocers, fruiterers, market stall holders, street vendors, hawkers, peddlers, tradespeople, art Going through a divorce isn't easy, but having an awareness about potential pitfalls ahead of time along with knowledge about what actions should be taken instead can make all the difference when navigating these turbulent times successfully. By utilizing resources available such as lawyer consultation, trusted friend networks, and even therapy if necessary, one should have a much better chance at coming out stronger than ever once everything gets resolved. Remember, no matter how bleak things may look right now, there is always light at the end tunnel, so keep chin up, soldier. Join our free course to learn how to navigate the divorce process. Learn about the negative impact of divorce on you, children, and family, and how to protect your rights. Pres-elected experts are available to help men through this difficult time. Get it free now at DivorceLab Pro.